Hello everyone, this is Min Song Lee and this is lecture 008 for computer simulation in engineering. So this lecture will be short. I just want to teach you how to operate files between your Windows system, Windows subsystem Linux, and Windows itself. Okay. For example, you have if you learn in the previous lecture like 001 to 6, you have this subsystem Linux inside your Windows system, right? And if you can create files, folders, like what we did before, right? You can have files here. But say one day you want to get the files, you want to get the data generating in your Linux system into the Windows, you want to draw it with Excel, you need to get the files out of this system, right? And put it into the Windows system. And this is what you have for your Windows system. This is this PC or my computers, okay? And if you have multiple hard drive, you have multiple partition like C drive, I have D drive, E drive, and you have a cloud Google Drive, all right? But it's possible that you only have one C hard drive. It doesn't matter, okay? So let's click the one that everyone has here. We click C drive, all right? This is the first hard drive of your Windows system. And you can see a lot of folder here. You can see program files, Windows, and users, okay? In something we don't know what they said. So these are files or folders we don't want to mess with because this is related to your software, your system. And for example, that we just install Notepad++ previously, right? In lecture 007, you can see some program file. Okay, Notepad++ over here. We don't want to touch any of this because once we do something with this wrong, that could cause the crash of the software, all right? So the one we want to play with is the user, all right? So you can see you have public and the one with your username. Yours won't be called MTLEE. This is the one, this is my username. So your username, for example, if you call Apple or you call Adam, that will be the name of your folder here. So click the one with your username, okay? You can see a lot of folder here. So something common like desktop. See, this is where we download this PDB file. We put it on the desktop, right? You can see it also here. And document, you can see a lot of document here. And download, all right? So this is where we want to play with. Okay, we want to pull file into here. And we want to get the file from here to the Windows Linux system, right? Because like, say, how about I want to use vim to get this file? Okay, this is a PDB file. I can use Notepad++ to open it, right? This is very beautiful. But say I want to use vim to open it. How should I do? So you need to understand that all hard drive and partitions are mounted in the MNT/. Okay, this is the location that you can get your files in your Windows system. So you go to Ubuntu and let's clear the image here. Okay, so this is your Ubuntu. If you open that, that is your Linux system, right? And remember how to check where we are. PWD, right? We are on the home under MTLEE. This is my username. You will have yours. If you go to previous folder, you see something here. It's only one folder, but what is inside here? This is all the operating system stuff. Please don't mess with any of it, okay? Because all the files are important, all right? If you do something wrong here, you may need to reinstall your Ubuntu again. But say we know what we're doing, we want to see, remember what I just told you, that where the hard drive are is in MNT, right? MNT for mount, so we go there, MNT, all right? And I type ls. You can see my C drive, D drive, E drive, and G drive here, right? This is what I showed you. This is my PC. I have 4 partitions here. and 4 partition here, right? So these are linked. These are linked. This is not a real location, but you can access these through this terminal, all right? So say I want to go to the desktop, okay? But you need to first know where the desktop is. You need to know the path, right? So in Windows System, usually this is in C and user, the username and the desktop, right? If you click this bar, that will show you this. Okay, this is where location in your Windows system, but not here, okay? You need to go to C, okay? If you go to C, you ls and see what is happening here. Okay, you have user. Okay, I go to user, users, and I have my name, which is called MTLEE. Yours, again, yours won't call MTLEE. That will be your username, okay? A lot of things going on here, but see whether I have desktop. Yes, over here, I have desktop. I just go to desktop, all right? See where we are. We are in C, users, MTLE desktop, just like here. But one thing different is that in Windows system, different layers are divided by backslash. This is called slash. So the symbol are different. You cannot use the same symbol in the Linux system. You need to use this, all right? You need to use slash, which is a separate layer. Another thing is that here, Windows start with the C drive and this column. You don't need that here, but you do need a C partition here, which is mounted on your computer. Okay, this is the one you need to go. Okay, so if I ls, I will see the one PDB file that I just downloaded, right? This is the file we just downloaded. We open that using Notepad++ and VMD. Separately, we see what is inside. But let's see whether we can open it using VIM, okay? So VIM 1ABC. So this pretty much is the one we checked before, right? You can see a lot of things here. You can do the same thing with your data file using VIM, just what we did before. But say this is how we want to access the file from Linux system to Windows system, okay? So again, we are inside this folder, right? Let's try that again. I'm here. I want to go to my desktop. I just need to cd slash, remember slash, mnt for mount, C for partition C, the username, your username, right? Oh, no, hold on. Users, your username, and desktop. Okay, you can go to there by typing the full path. All right, this is the way you should do. But can we operate this? Remember the command we learned in Linux system? We have what? We have copy, right? So say I want to copy this to sample.pdb. All right, can we do this? Yes. ls, you see, you have create another sample.pdb file by copying this original data file, right? So let's see anything happen in our Windows, okay? Did you see this? See, I create a folder, I create a file using my Linux system, and that happens in my Windows system too. Again, say I delete this file, what will be happening? This will gone. You guys did the homework, right? For lecture 1 to lecture 6, you did some homework. You want to give me the report, like lecture 006. This is the Fortran program you created. You want to submit this to me, but these are photos. You need to Photoshop this. You need to do this, right? You need to do the snapping. You need to get this figure, right? But this is not as good as you just give me the text, right? So say I want all of this lecture file, okay? How can I do? I can copy lecture, say 06. Remember where is that? MNT C user, your username, desktop, right? And remember, because this is a folder, if you want to copy the folder, you need to with the option -R. And it's here, right? See? That's how you can open it, right? You can open it, open the file, even this is Fortran program. You can use, say, Notepad++. See, this is how you can like submit your homework to me, right? You can print this, or you can just type your homework. Say this is code for homework number 6, all right? And you go to here, and then you copy and paste, right? Is that easy? So that's how you can operate files between your Windows system and Linux system. You can also copy thing here. Like I create a Word document and say homework. Say this is my work folder. Okay, this is in Linux. I can copy the one on my desktop. This is homework docx to here, right? I can do this, right? See? And if you open that will give you a lot of like the symbol you cannot read, because this is not a text file. This is not a text file. You cannot just edit it, all right? But you can operate it, all right? You can copy it. You can move around into whatever you want, okay? Let's say we just remove this part, okay? So this is how you can operate with your file. But say you don't, you have something better. You have your D partition that you can go straight to E partition. You can go here and play with this file, right? This is a file I have. I can play with that. When you do a lot of this operation, you will realize that it is a little bit inconvenient, right? Because every time when you want to access file on desktop, you need to type something as long as this. If you are really sensitive, you realize that I have 2 link over here, right? But say I delete one of that and tell you what is this, okay? But before that, this is a folder called desktop, desk, but it's not a folder, it's a link I created. If I go to desk, I can check my file on the desktop, but this is underneath my working directory, right? If I delete this homework, see, this is gone, right? So I directly go to my desktop by type cd desk. But actually, this is a link I create. So the way I create that is just I first remove this link. So the way to do that is to type ln for link. Ln is not one n, it's ln for link, with the option -s and the location I want to create, which is mnt c user mtl. Remember, yours won't call mtle, okay? Desktop, I create the link to here, but I want to have a different name, right? I want to call it desk. See, that's where a link called desk. And next time I go there, I can access the file, right? I can just remove the folder and it's gone. Okay, this is how you operate your files in the Linux system and Windows system. You need to play with that, but be very, very careful, because inside the C, you have your Windows, the whole Windows system, and all your program files. When you are doing this with your Linux, Linux won't give you warning. If you sudo anything, if you remove the whole thing, you can just crash your Windows system easily. Okay, so here is a warning. Please be very careful if you are operating your Windows system file using Linux. Please do not remove or modify the system file. You only want to play with your document, okay, which is inside your user. Thank you.